Alright lads, so earlier today I asked you, what do you think about the brand new 1000-year Blood War TRES BESTIA banner? A new Mila Rose, Sansan, and Apache in their 1000-year Blood War designs are scheduled to release in under 48 hours time, and for today's video, we're here to have a look at what you have to say. Is the banner a hit or a miss? Well, let's find out. So first up, we have Slayer Wick saying this banner looks exciting, but it is frustrating that the GQ no berserker trend continues, and that units with persistence, which we spent many orbs on, are already being countered so soon. It makes me wonder how overpowered the Anniversary Part 2 PvP unit will be, because Mila Rose having Weaken Plus and Persistence Breaker is already going to be annoying. Now this comment pretty much touches upon the two problems this character or banner does have. We're likely going to see in other comments too. There has for some reason been a weird trend that GQ characters don't get any built-in strong attack damage increase. More often than not, to be fair, which isn't spoke about all too much, it's replaced with another damage skill like full stamina or damage to paralyzed enemies, for example. So it's not like they are missing out on damage multipliers, technically. But it is a weird trend nonetheless. And I think it's made worse too when it comes to characters having guild quest specific skills. So when you are using them outside of guild quest, not only do they not have Frenzy +3, they also don't have any built-in strong attack damage. It makes them feel worse than they actually should potentially be. So I don't personally dislike the lack of berserker trend that we have been getting. I dislike it in combination of the fact that characters only get frenzy free in guild quests. I still personally believe that guild quest specific skills shouldn't be a thing. Just get the character frenzy +3 or throw it +2 everywhere. In regards to persistence, you know, one of the big things with Mila Rose right now is that she does have Persistence Breaker, which is going to be a meta defining Brave Battle skill, and likely something that we are going to see for every upcoming future Brave Battle character. I don't really have much of an opinion on it, in all honesty. Like, obviously, it is stupid overpowered, but it's nothing that we've not seen before in Brave Battles. Every new Brave Battle character that we get is usually, like, the new best character, and if you don't have them, you're going to struggle. Maybe more so now because Mila Rose is the start of a new meta, but that will balance out over time. Odd Eyes says, normally an easy skip, but Mila Rose having Persistence Break is a legit game changer. I can see my Brave Battle dropping from Captain to Lieutenant or more if I don't get her. That ultimately depends on your Brave Battle team that you currently have right now, because not even to downplay Mila Rose's impact on the meta, but if you already have like a really good team, duped out too, you honestly might be fine without her. And while not everyone will be able to do this, but every time a new Brave Battle character does come out, we usually see a very unorthodox way of countering them, and usually that way of countering them is to stall them out. Maybe there's someone out there that has like a Ronka dodge. It might be worth bringing them into the Brave Battles. I can't really give an example now, and I am talking about a potential hypothetical. But whether Mila Rose is going to have a big impact against your team really depends on what your current team is right now. This lad says that these characters rarely get their chance on Brave Souls, so I might go all in for the Aranka waifus. And that's how I feel about this banner too. I think one of the best part about Brave Souls is that we can get characters like this because other games just won't do it. And that's why as a content creator, because I do see all the comments, I do get a bit sad when people start hating on less popular characters, getting new characters in-game, because they aren't super exciting. And the usual thing that we see in regards to that is like, why are we getting Mila Rose, Sansa, Apache now when we could be getting Gerard, for example? And you're not entirely wrong. Gerard would be very exciting and more exciting than these three characters or any other character like Mayuri or Bankai Rose, for example. Like, getting those characters would also be exciting, but at the same time, at this point, we should all know that we're getting everything that the Blood War has to offer. Those characters I just named off, Gerard, Bankai Rose, Mayuri, even if it feels like Caleb are delaying them, they will eventually come. So instead, the way I see it, enjoy the ride. It's not all the time characters like Sansa, Apache, and Mila Rose get to shine in canon characters that are good. I like the designs, I like the characters, so I'm happy about the banner, and even though I would have been more excited about another banner that could potentially come out, that's eventually going to come. So I'm not going to waste time and get upset about something that isn't in the game just yet when it is going to come in due time. At least that's how I see it. This lad says another GQ main lead with no berserker. Again, yeah, it's a weird trend. Bungie says it's an okay banner, love the fillers. The fillers are actually really good and definitely sell the banner a bit more. Had the fillers not been nearly as good, honestly, even for me, it might have been a skip. With that in mind, Aaroniero is saying, actually, I am broke and Annie is near, so 2/5 steps only. My thought on the banner is that there's something lacking and I'm only summoning for the Queen Mila Rose and saving for upcoming banners. And that's definitely something to consider. When it comes to the Brave Battles, right? You know, right now, the character that is having the biggest impact on this banner is Mila Rose. It's maybe okay to sit in third seat. As long as you can get all the orbs, you're relatively fine. You don't need to always be in head captain, captain league, for example. But I understand it if you do like the competitive aspect. But one thing to keep in mind, right, we do have the anniversary coming up. It's, in July, it's a while off. But as we saw last year, the lead up to the anniversary, it started to pick up around May, June time. And I feel like we're very likely going to see the same thing again this year. So banners like this, honestly, aren't bad banners to skip. Now, I shouldn't be saying this, but I am aware of potential upcoming characters. I'm not going to say it to ruin the surprise, but we have some very big banners coming up before the anniversary. So a banner consisting of the TRES BESTIA, it might not be a bad banner to skip, especially in anticipation for the anniversary. Maria says that one must imagine a BBS banner without Guildquest characters. The thing about this, right, I get what you mean, but every banner has had GQ characters for the last 5 years. The only problem now, which again I do not like, is the fact that these characters have Guild Quest specific skills. Because before, a character was just good. They were clearly designed in mind for Guild Quests, but they didn't need these Guild Quest specific skills. And I wish we would go back to that, because someone like Sunsun, for example, one of the problems that she technically does have is the lack of Berserker. And it's made worse outside of Guild Quest because she lacks the Berserker, and she also doesn't have Frenzy +3. If they just gave her Frenzy +3 everywhere, then I feel like we would have been in a much better position. And the character itself would be significantly more fun, and the same can be said for Apache. Characters like her should just have Threat +2 everywhere. Zelion says, listen Aaron, I know you're a Mila Rose fan, but I absolutely despise her unit. Pushing to head captain is a pain as is, and now they've gone and released a mega broken Brave Battle unit in a banner that can only be described as mid. At least they could have removed her persistence or invincibility. Hell, even if they didn't give her ignore invincibility, that would have been balanced. But no, they want to make ranking up in Brave Battles worse than it already is. And I fully get that. I even said it in my video. Caleb aren't known for balancing Brave Battle characters, unfortunately. But a character like Mila Rose shouldn't have persistence. If she had ignore persistent, it would have been a lot more balanced, because then it comes down to who kills who first. But right now, Mila Rose is going to have a pretty big impact, and if you do lack her, and let's say you are pushing for head captain, you are going to struggle. But maybe it's because I've been playing Brave Battles for 9 years. This is how it's always been. The new Brave Battle character is the best character. And when we only get a Brave Battle character every 4 or 5 months, they have to be super good to make an impact. And that's why I've been saying, maybe this is a hot take. I feel like we should be getting a Brave Battle character every month and a half or something. Make a mid-month character a Brave Battle character. Add more characters to be used in Brave Battles to kind of balance out the modes. Because right now, you're only adding one new character every 3, 4, 5 months. And when that character releases, more often than not, they're the best character for that mode, countering what currently exists. Having an increase in Brave Battle characters that are just good, not super groundbreakingly OP meta defining, but just good to kind of, enhance the amount of characters you can use or teams that you can build, I think would honestly be better for Brave Battles. John Burrows says only Mila Rose is actually worth something for because she literally breaks Brave Battles. While Sunsun is okay, no Berserker or full stamina, and an EX move should have had a debuff instead of a defense boost, and Apache is just another normal attack damage GQ bot that's good for no affiliation. The filler pool is absolutely solid and makes the banner worth something for. This banner should have came out last year, but in my opinion, at least they're getting units. We should have already have all core 1 characters and 2 units by now, and there's still quite a few characters missing, like Big Gamma for example. And if you're going in a chronological release, we should have those characters by now. But at this point, it kind of just looks like Caleb wants to sprinkle in core 1 characters every now and then, and likewise, with the amount of characters we have for Core 2 left, there's not that many characters left technically, but there's still a decent amount of banners left remaining. We're going to start Core 3 in July, and by that point, we're still going to have Core 1 characters missing, Core 2 characters missing, so it seems like every now and then Killer are just going to sprinkle them in to kind of make guessing or predicting a banner a bit more difficult, because you never know what to expect. Mohammed says, not the best character choice, but they are the best at what they do. The filler is also fire. A TRES BESTIA banner is just what I need to get back into the game. Love their characters. I hate the fact they made Sunsun the important character of the banner. That really depends on how you look at it. For most people, it might be Mila Rose. But in terms of the best character that you're actually going to play with, that is Mila Rose. She has the EX skill. She's going to be the character you use in Limit Breaker. Even as a Mila Rose fan, I do understand why they made her technically the best character in the banner, ignoring Brave Battles, because she is the most popular of the TRES BESTIA. And this lad says it's simple. They see Sunsun, they summon. We don't need it, but we still want it. For me, it's kind of both. I want it and I need it. I need that Mila Rose. Kev says the one is a Brave Battle unit, while the other fill a niche. All 3 characters are good, easy 5 steps. And that's something to consider too. You don't need to go down to 0 for these characters. Like I said, we have some big characters and banners coming our way before the anniversary. So banners like this, where they aren't like groundbreakingly OP besides Brave Battles, maybe it's not bad to go down to 0 on. Yi says, Caleb really needs to start caring more about balancing new Brave Battle units, not find how almost every character counters the last with OP skills. And that's why I feel like having more Brave Battle characters release is better, because in that way it can maybe be a bit more balanced, so not every new Brave Battle character is always countering the last one. Other than that though, no complaints. I'm happy we at least got the TRES BESTIA. One more thing, imagine Caleb starts doing joke characters for April Fool's special just a thought. I would love, absolutely love a muscle con for April Fool's, but maybe that's wishful thinking. TM says, no opinion on it as far as the meta and usability, but I am happy to finally get new TRES BESTIA units. Reaper of the Souls robbed me of getting to play the Queens, so I will enjoy them here instead. And like I said, that's the good part about Brave Souls, we get stuff that other games simply won't do. Now, understandably so, that's a console game, this is a gacha game, but even games like Soul Resonance, when that finally releases, I don't ever see them doing TRES BESTIA. I think we can all agree that Mila Rose is mummy. That's crazy. But as a new player, some of the fillers seem like they could be staples. Still probably take 5 or 10 steps to see what happens. I might have used all my luck getting Little Toto on step 3 on my main account, but fingers crossed, and good luck to everyone summoning. Good luck to you two lads. PS says, I really like Apache, but between being a normal attack damage character and also having the most underwhelming summon on the banner, I might end up skipping. This is crazy to me. Now, I understand the Nad character, right? Like, again, for me, when it comes to Nad characters, I'd rather them be Brave Battles than Guild Quests, because at least in Brave Battles you play every day, right? But to each their own. I actually think Apache has the best summon in the banner. It's her doing the Cero sneeze, which I think is well animated, and the final pose is actually really cool. She's like the only one that does like an actual climactic attack. The other two didn't really have much to work with, and that's why it's just them slashing. So I'm surprised to see you say that, but again, to each their own. Mewtwo says, thankful for the skip. Been summoning after anniversary almost every month. Will help recoup some orbs before the 10th anniversary. And like I said, again, not to spoil it, but we potentially, if what I've seen is correct, we're getting a very big banner before the anniversary. Or maybe it is the anniversary, I don't know. But yeah, you definitely want to have some orbs recouped. At least have 2,000 orbs to spare for any upcoming end of month, because you never know what Caleb might release. These characters don't offer much besides Mila Rose, but I need dupes from the filler, so easy 5 to 10 steps for me. That's great to see people say that too. Again, more often than not, when it came to like the last year or two, in regards to 1000 Year Blood War, it was always you're only pulling for the new characters, never for the filler. So it's great to see people actually pull on the banner for maybe the new characters, but also the filler pool, because the filler pool is actually good. Livia says, I love the TRES BESTIA, so I'm definitely going to try and get them all. And I love how they made it Mila Rose the PvP meta counter, since a lot of people don't care about her. And it also kind of makes sense too. She kind of just fits the bill for Brave Battles in terms of just appearance. She kind of resembles a gladiator, right? And again, as a Mila Rose fan, I don't dislike using her every day in Brave Battles, if I even get her. This lad says, I was hoping to skip this banner and get them at a later time because I love the selection, but the new skill in the PvP unit is making me pull my hair out because it's a must-have. And that's how Caleb are going to guess, right? That's what they know what they're doing. But at the same time, we have been seeing end of month characters become fillers a lot sooner than later. And I can definitely see this banner get kind of the rank Giku treatment. And by that, granted, this is like 8 months away, but I could see these characters becoming fillers very quick. You know, certain hype characters are going to get held out. I believe True Shikai Ichigo only now just became a filler, like a year and a half later. But I can definitely see the TRES BESTIA become fillers after like 7-8 months. So again, in the grand scheme of things, a banner like this honestly isn't like the worst thing to skip out on. Latina meta, bait banner though, I would skip, but I need that Mila Rose for Brave Battles. I don't love them, I don't hate them, they're alright as characters in the anime. As characters in game, they're pretty good, and the filler is very nice. I hope I can finally get that damn True Shikai Ichigo. Hopefully you can, and hopefully you can get some of the new characters along with it. Scrolling down though, just to look at some potential other comments that are maybe going against the curve. This comment I do want to touch upon. Number 1, Lige fan, the past end of month banners feel like my love life. Absolutely boring. The filler pool is good though, but at least they're making it easy for me to skip. And it seems like they're really holding onto the hype banners, and I'll wait until then, but Brave Battles on the other hand is going to be a pain. Now, I think what we are going to see this year is very similar to what happened last year. Last year was kind of the same way, it was kind of just like mediocre banners. Not even mediocre, but just in terms of character choicing, not the most exciting characters. And it was only until like June time when we had like the swimsuit Bambis, we had the Mugetsu remake, and then we went into the anniversary, and then started to get non-stop, really hype Core 2 characters. I definitely feel like we're going to see the same thing again this year. Right now, character selection's been decent. I don't think it's been bad. They haven't done anything super exciting, but that would definitely pick up probably around May, June time. So again, having banners like this, if you're not excited about it, if you don't like what it offers, are good to skip because it means more orbs for the better, more exciting upcoming banners. This lad says you might not like the character selection, but they all have their uses in-game. Mila Rose is the best Brave Battle unit, Sun is the best option for the melee Hollow guild quest, and she also has an insane buffer with Ilfort, and then Apache is the best normal attack damage character for the ranged no affiliation guild quest. And that's true, all characters have their use, and for those that are wondering, this is something that I didn't even think about. When it comes to Ilfort, he's basically the Gremmy, but for Technic characters. Technic Arankas in particular. So in this case, you're getting 20% strong attack damage, making up for her lack of Berserker, and then she's also getting 40% more damage to any enemy that she does inflict with a status summon. Then again, I have to wait and confirm, does this stack with her team party buff? Because she also has one too. I hope they both stack. I'm pretty sure they will. Because this is in particular to attribute Arankas, technique attribute Arankas. So yeah, if you get Sun and you're going to use it in guild quests, I think with the support of this character here, that's where it's going to make a big difference. And that's where it's going to be really good. These characters aren't as exciting as other 1000 battle characters, but the skills are useful. That's how I see it too. Again, it's only the TRES BESTIA. I'm not expecting anniversary level skills for these units. And I'm not disappointed they didn't get that. Well, this lad says, crazy that the filler pool is the best that it's been for a 1000 battle banner, but it will probably go right back to being full of undesirable resurrections the moment a more desirable lot of characters come. Hopefully I'm wrong, nothing spectacular, but having characters that redefine the Brave Battle meta is crazy bait. And potentially, but I don't know, to be fair. I mean, you know, we do get a lot of Blood War banners and a lot of reruns too. I think a lot of the end of month banners lately have been good, so it's always going to be 50-50 whenever we do get a new Blood War banner, whether the fillers are going to be good or bad. But I feel like more often than not now, they are going to be better. This lad says, the girls that got one shot by Killgate, who should I expect in the next 1000 Blood War banner? Shaz Domino, Ludus Freakin, Benice, or Jadambo? I get what they're doing. At least it feels like it. They're hating on the fact that we're getting a TRES BESTIA banner because they're not exciting. But again, like, we're getting everything. Yeah, at this point, I do actually want Shaz Domino. I do want Ludus Freak, and I do want Benici, and I do want Jadambo. I don't know why Jadambo was thrown into these lot, but, you know, when it comes to 1000 Blood War banners, they shouldn't always just be the most hyped characters possible. It's okay to get some of the lesser known characters, the lesser popular characters more so. Especially in the case with these three names, right? Granted, they're almost nothing characters, let's be honest. I'm not going to be excited for these characters by any means, but it would be cool to see them in game. Especially Shaz Domino. I'll actually be kind of down to see him in game. Scrolling down and reading some of the other comments, Gambler of Fate says they're a waste of time and should have been a mid-month banner for March. And then Bankai Rose, Sansu Mayuri, and Zombie Toshiro should have been the end-of-month banner. Caleb is so irritating with their banner decisions. This is the easiest Blood War banner skip ever. And this is what I kind of mean in regards to, you know, I know a lot of us want Bankai Rose, Sansu Mayuri. But, like, they're coming to the game eventually, right? Like I said already, at this point, it's clear we're getting at least most of the popular characters and all the characters that actually do something in the Blood War arc. We're going to get them eventually. I want Bankai Rose. I really do. I want Mayuri. I would love, actually, a new Zombie Toshiro. And I'm going to be more excited for them if they are a banner in the future. But I'm not going to hate on the current banner because it's not them. If you're thinking to skip them, that's good for you. Because then it means more orbs for those characters when they do eventually arrive. This does, I'm fine with the character selection, but their skills. I'm so tired of the no Berserker GQ mains and one character banners. Why are they making GQ skills when the characters without them and proper skill set are better in any content, including guild quests? What is the point of GQ only skills when they're not even making the characters with them better than the ones without them? This is how I see it too. Again, I don't like the GQ skills. And I think the idea, if I'm trying to understand it through Kayla's point of view, is that they're trying to add more value to those hype characters. Again, Kenpachi, Gremmy, Ichigo, they're anniversary level units, right? End of year anniversary part 1. They have to be above and beyond every other character in the game, even the ones that come out months later. So these characters having these guild quest skills, not being able to clear as fast as Gremmy, Kenpachi, Ichigo is not a problem for me. And with that in mind too, you know, having characters released into a guild quest that isn't better than the previous character, I also don't think is a bad thing. More options, like I say, is always good. You know, Driscoll, for example, came out in the Melee Human guild quest. He's not better than Soifon, and he actually needs Soifon to even get a good score. But you know what? If you don't have Soifon, but you ended up pulling Driscoll, well, now you can beat that guild quest. Before, if we didn't have Driscoll, you would have to pull only Soifon. Now, maybe me saying that isn't the best timing because we are getting a melee holo killer. We have plenty of good ones already, but that's just the way I see it. But again, I do agree with the The lack of Berserker, GQ skills, and technically one character banner, I can understand the frustration. But overall, that's the video for today. From the looks of it seems like most people are happy with this banner, especially with the fillers this banner does also offer. Of course, there are some criticism thrown at the characters too. Mila Rose is a bit too broken. Caleb really didn't balance it here. So if you do miss out on this unit, you are going to struggle a bit if you do want to sit in the high leagues or brave battles. And then likewise, having guild quest specific skills, we kind of hear it every month, right? It's the same thing pushed with these characters, having GQ skills, lacking Berserker, etc. is a tad bit annoying to see. But even with that in mind, from my point of view, it's just the TRES BESTIA. If these were other more exciting characters, I'd be a bit more critical on the banner. But for what it is, the TRES BESTIA, I'm actually really happy with how the banner turned out. I think all three characters are good. I think the filler pool is good. And with that in mind, I will be summoning. Having said that though, hopefully I don't go too deep because I definitely want to save orbs for some upcoming banners. Anniversary coming up. It's the 10th anniversary year. They're going to go crazy. So you want to make sure you have some orbs. With that said, hope you liked to enjoy the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.